All right, let's wrap up the logical operator section by talking about the is statement. It's nice and easy. It's a good, simple one to finish on. So Excel offers a number of different is formulas. The point is that each checks whether a very particular or certain condition is true. So when you type an is function, you're just going to return either a true or a false. Those are the two possible values. Syntax-wise, it's about as easy as it possibly gets. You just write the formula, open a parenthesis, and drop in your value or reference, and close it off, and you're done. So here's a sample list. This is not comprehensive, but it should give you a sense of some of the is statements that are available to you. You can check whether your reference cell or value is blank. You can check if it's a number versus text. If you're getting an error, you can check if your value is even versus odd. You can see if it's a logical operator or a formula, and so on and so forth. So let's jump into Excel, and we're going to populate this last column, column M, called missing data. We want to identify and flag any cases where we have missing data in column G, or temperature column. So I'm going to start with an is error statement. So is error, open parenthesis, and arrow over to G2, close it off, hit enter. You see I get false there because I'm getting a valid data point in G2. And then when I apply it down, you'll see it's flagged a true here in row 12 because I'm getting an error in G12. So that seems to work nicely. But before I call it a day, you'll note that I also have missing values in column G. So it's not showing an error message, but it's still a missing data point that I need to account for. So if I wanted to just flag those, what I could do is change this from is error to is blank. Again, just refer to G2. Apply that down. Now you'll see that row 6, where I have a blank, flags true, but the error in row 12 no longer flags true because it's seeing an NA error, which is not blank. So what I need to do is combine these two and flag as true any case where column G has a blank or an error value. So I'll just keep the is blank that I already have. I'm just going to start with an or, open up my parenthesis, which gives me my two logical values. Logical 1 is blank. Logical 2 is going to be is error. And just so you know, I can either click on G2 here to make that reference. I can also just type G2 and it will read it as a reference as well, just a little tip. And then close it off. So now I have my or statement with two arguments. So if it's either blank or it's an error, this will flag as true, otherwise false. So let's see if that worked. Seems to have worked properly. I've got a blank and a true here. I've got an error and a true here. So it seems to be working properly. And now one other thing I can do here is use my filter and say show me the cases where I have missing data, so where this flagged as true. And I can see, all right, what dates did those missing data points fall on? And then if I wanted to, I could cut that data out or manipulate it in some other way. But there you go. Those are just two examples of is statements. Again, there are a number of others. But with that wraps up logical operators. Get excited because section 4 we're going to talk about statistical functions.